Still rolling.
That experience taught me how to handle 6 cameras, a big director, massive industry people, my idols, actors, producers, writers. I mean, Sandler, like, you know, give a kiss to my mom on the cheek, telling him he loved her and me. And like that moment was I was crying for like a week after, seriously. And it was tears of gratefulness. It was the first time that I really understood what tears of gratefulness was. I was crying for like a week. I was so emotional.
Wow.
Really emotional, man. Because I did it. And I was so proud of myself. It was that Rudy moment. Because if I were to die tomorrow, like I did it. You can't take anything back from me. Like I made it. And that was a win. So I want it to be not the end of my career, but the beginning. And I believe it will be. But that moment was the best moment of my life, dude. Like I worked really hard for it and I was ready. I actually did remember and you're going to be the first one to hear these stories on a podcast too. But even when Sandler was there, I said, he was going to go out to sit in the booth. And I was like, don't go out there, man. I was like, I don't want people turning around looking at you the whole time I'm up there, you know? And he's like, yeah, you right. Yeah. And I was like, plus I don't want them to bother you, you know? I know it's like, I don't want people to bug you, you know? It's like, and he appreciated that because he knew he's going to get swarmed if he did. So I said, stay in here with me in the green room. And when the show starts, like when the music kicks on or whatever, and then you can go out there. So it was just me and him.
Guys, today, oh my God. If you enjoy stories from real people and kind people, today's a gift because we have one of my favorite people on the planet on the show.
When's he getting here?
I'm lucky enough to see he's a little eager to get on the show.
No, I mean, that was a joke. Like it's not me. Anyways.
Literally one of the funniest people I know, truthfully. Stand-up comedian, actor, producer, business person, like just legendary friend, honestly. Out of all the titles that he holds, he's truthfully come through so many times for me in my life. And I'm really lucky to call him a friend. And I'm not just saying this because of, you know, he's here.
He has that written down as a script.
It's right.
I gave it to him.
Literally right
he
here.
Said I made him say that.
The entire time I was kidding. No, I'm kidding. I'm serious. This man, this is the actual intro. It's like, today's guest, comedian, actor, and producer Vinny Fasline, whose journey into comedy is shaped by surviving a brain tumor and turning real life hardship into connection and laughter. He's toured with some of the biggest names in comedy, performs regularly at the Laugh Factory, Hollywood Improv, and co-hosts My Plus One podcast with Tony Sarandos. Vinny's story has like resilience, truth, kindness, love, and realness. Like this is one of the most genuine people on the planet. If you literally see this guy in real life, DM him or
don't do that.
Just whatever. Go to one of his shows and be like, hey man, I saw you on this show. He will say, what's up? And he will talk to you and he will try to help you out. For some reason, he wants to help people all the time.
Yeah,
Vinny Fasline.
It's a problem.
Vinny Fasline, everybody.
Thanks, man. What an intro. That's a very kind.
Honestly,
I love you, bro.
I could keep going.
Dude, it makes me feel good. Honestly, makes me feel good. I could use it.
That was like the longest intro I've done so far.
Really?
And we could have gone 5 more minutes.
Man, that means a lot.
Just like to intro you.
That's amazing. That's the best part of the podcast. So we're gonna close it here. We're gonna end it here, guys. Dude, and, such a nice intro. I love you, buddy.
That's the end.
I'm proud of you for doing this.
Honestly,
let's go, baby.
Thank you for being here. Seriously, because
trying to get comfortable.
I mean, like I mentioned before, the whole reason why I'm doing this show is because I think it's one, you came to mind because you're always trying to help people. Like literally, for some reason, you're always like, "Hey, like, what do you need? You need some water? Like, are you hungry? Like, have you eaten? Like, literally, how many? I don't know how many times we've filmed something together or just like been around each other, but you're always like, if it's not me, it's somebody else that you're like, hey, like, how can I help you? What do you need? Like, are you okay? Having a good day? Just checking up on people like nonstop. And I think, I mean, it comes from the most real place. You see it, like you've just always been that person. So I was like,
man,
Vinny,
so are you.
Let's do it.
I love you, bro. I appreciate that.
I appreciate you saying that. So let's start with this brain tumor. No, I'm just kidding. We're not gonna start with that.
Oh, thank God.
I feel like just like, so I happened to, come across Vinny around a time when he was producing a podcast called My Plus One. And I am lucky enough to be able to help you guys out with it and figure out this journey, you and Tony. Mm-hmm. And I love the concept of like having real conversations with celebrities, and you literally fall into that category as well. I think like for me, just cause like, it's the person that you are that like you're around like Seth Green and like, Claire Grant and like just Dane Cook, and they're absolutely enamored with you. Like the person that you are, just like in love with Vinny. They're like, oh, Vinny, dude, he's the best, like the greatest. And so like, because of who you are, I was just like, I usually start the podcast just by asking like, how the hell did you get here?
They're going to be let down after that beautiful intro. They're
10 minutes of intro.
They built me up. Now I don't know if I can live up to these expectations, but it's thanks, man. No, I think that one thing I am proud of myself, and I am true to. It took me a while to feel this because I'm probably my worst critic, but I know what kind of person I am. I'm a good person, and I can say that with confidence. I'm down on myself about a lot of things. I mean, look, I'm down on myself about, I don't even like this camera angle, dude. I'm getting chubs over here. No, don't change it for me. Don't change it.
Great, dude.
No, don't change it for me. No, but I feel like one thing I know that I am is a good person, and I've never suffered my integrity. I've never done it at anybody's expense.
Yeah.
I've never stepped over or stepped on anybody. I've never, sold my soul or anything to get anywhere. And I'm still nowhere, but no, I'm just kidding. No, what's
that joke you always have? It's like, you can't get canceled if you, what is it?
If you can't get canceled if you haven't made it. Yeah, I don't know. Stupid jokes. But I feel like, it's important, man. Career, money, everything. None of that matters. One thing you can't ever get back is your integrity.
Yeah.
You're a good man. I mean, you have the same qualities,
Thank you.
That's important. It's the most important thing, and I gravitate toward those people. I've had to sift through.
You said you gravitate towards these kind of people, and sometimes like I'll meet people. I was literally having a conversation on the guy who I took a lift here, and the guy who drove me, he's like, I do film production and all this stuff, and I'm just out here. Like he's like, I live in East Los, and tell me all these stories. And we were talking about how like when you meet someone, you kind of like get a feel for the person. And I like got in the car with this guy, and he was like, I just felt like he was like a chill dude, like a cool guy. And then he just starts telling me about himself, and he's just asking me questions, and I'm like, there's something about that, like when you connect with someone, like that genuineness, that like your gut feels like this is someone that maybe is like on the same wavelength or like a good person.
Some people have good energy.
Yeah,
I mean, there are people that have good energy that's not their real intention, or so you kind of learn over time what's real and what's not. But you never judge a book by its cover. Even if they don't have the good energy right away, they can have it. We all have off days.
Yeah.
Some days I'm really like positive and optimistic and everything and happy. And then some days I'm like, today I have a little anxiety, like I told you before. So it just happens. But you see, sometimes you just know, you know?
I was looking over at the audio to make sure that it's recording.
It is recording, right?
This whole time, like, we got to start all over and give you that whole intro one more time, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Vinny Fasline to the show. I think that, like, just from being around you, Ian Edwards, another good guy.
Love him.
Like, he's one of your closest friends. Drew Lynch, like,
love him.
Great guys, you know? And I've been lucky enough to, you know, be in green rooms and just chilling as, you know, a show's about to start or we're about to film a set or something. And the most kindest people, like you literally keep yourself around the most kindest
I do.
people.
And you know what I also found? Here's the trick about life, right? I know some people have situations where everybody on planet Earth has this, where there's friend groups and then you get along with one friend and that somebody likes you, but they don't like that person. It's weird, right? I tend to find the good in everybody the best that I can.
Yeah.
And I am just a genuine person and I track those qualities back.
Yeah.
So those, you know, a lot of people give me that back because that's what I give them, you know? But also I just tend to find the best in people that I can, man. I mean, I think we all have pros and cons. Nobody's perfect. And I just do my best to look at the best in people, and I just do my best to be the best as the best version of me. I've been working on that. I've been trying my best to be a better version of me.
Wow.
But it's a work in progress, brother. It's been taking a long time. I'm probably in the best place that I've been my entire life, honestly.
Yeah.
So, and at my age of 17, I, you know, now, you know, it's been my whole life, 17 years now. So,
You've been doing stand-up comedy for 17 years?
no, I was just making a little joke about my age of 17.
Oh, okay.
Which I'm clearly not. I'm 18. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, so, yeah. No, I've been doing comedy, close to 16 years.
16 years.
I started 21 years ago, but I've been doing it for 16.
I literally, so first part of that journey, what did comedy represent to you before it became your career?
Bucket list item, basically, chasing a fear. I don't know. Honestly, I loved making people laugh. I always did. It was one of my favorite things to do. So it just was so natural to me, and I just enjoyed it so much, you know. But the whole history, you already know this, but your viewers don't. But I had a brain tumor when I was a kid. I always tell it so like nonchalantly because I've told it a million times. But I had a brain tumor when I was a kid, and I couldn't play sports. So my mom pushed me into a comedy class so I can do stand up in high school. When I didn't even have friends in high school at first. They didn't accept me, but because they were all playing sports, and then and I couldn't, so I did comedy as like a bucket list item. It was kind of oh yeah, cool, something to do. And my mom pushed me into it. So I always wanted to entertain. I wanted to be an actor when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And then stand up, I just fell in love with after I did that like open mic thing at 16 from the class. Didn't do it. A couple years later, I did it and won a competition in like the middle of nowhere. And then I said, maybe I'm good. And then I went to college and I didn't do it all through college. And then I said, why didn't I do that? You know, it took forever for me to realize, well, what am I doing? Just go do it. So I was working and doing stand up at the same time in Pittsburgh and working at opening. I started getting into a place where I was opening for people that would come through to the Pittsburgh Improv. Yeah. And the first guy that I opened for was one of my heroes, Sebastian Maniscalco.
Whoa.
He did a full weekend, and then I was asked by the club to be his opener, and I got to do that. And it was a huge deal to me. And that moment was like, okay, I have to go do this for a living.
Yeah.
The fact that I'm working with one of my heroes at like 23 or 24, maybe it was maybe 24, 25 at that point. I'm not sure. I just knew I had to do it.
You just knew you had to do it.
So I was like, this is it. And I moved to LA when I was 26. It was 2012. Don't do the math. And then Yeah. So now I am, I'm very blessed to be able to say I'm a real professional stand-up comedian, and now I'm an actor and a writer and a producer and a podcaster and a host of a dating show and, starting a comedy merch line and
It's okay. It's a lot. I know. Dude.
Social media. I'm an influencer. I make videos. You can't just do one thing anymore, dude. I signed up for acting when I was 5. That's what I wanted to be, when I was a little kid. And not signed up, but that's what I wanted. And then I ended up doing stand-up. That's all I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Now you have to do it all, man. You have to.
Was there...
Are your fans into ASMR?
Here we go. Tell them about the water bottle.
Not paid to sponsor this, but
yeah.
My friend's company, he's a doctor that invented this. The knockoff ones on Amazon do not work. This is a hydrogen bottle. You fill your bottle with water and it separates the hydrogen molecule, which changes the oxidative stress in your stomach and stops inflammation. And inflammation is what leads to disease. So it's basically, it can cure like autoimmune diseases. It's just your gut is your second brain. So you want to make sure your gut is taken care of. So it's helped me sleep. I've gotten that. Some people have different effects, but it helps me sleep better. So if I'm getting anything, that's good for me.
That's amazing.
So that's what it is. It takes 10 minutes and then boom. And
ready to go.
And it's my buddy's company. Otherwise, you would think I'd be sponsoring it. But
the show's not sponsored by Echo Water.
Yes.
I think like for me, I had a similar, for me, I had a shift in my life when, I went through, near death, like more of a near death experience. And like, I talked about it on the first episode of this podcast. But like after going through, your brain tumor experience, did that change your perspective on life? Because you were young, but still, like, did that change? Like, now I have to be like on a path to accomplish something with my life, or did it? We're just like, oh, I'm just gonna keep going and figure my life out later.
I was young, so it definitely changed my perspective. It made me grow up fast.
Oh,
a lot of people don't experience life traumas or anything like that until they're older. So I was dealing with a lot of stuff at that age. So it definitely, for some reason, I stayed optimistic. I went through a little depression period at that time, but that was from the tumor. But, I stayed optimistic and gave me a good perspective on life. Life is very fragile, and people, I feel like people don't realize that until they're older. I'm getting older, and I also have a lot of friends that are older. And when you get older and you start losing people around you and people pass away and you have health issues and whatever, people start to wake up and go, oh, wait, this isn't forever.
Yeah.
Because when you're a kid, you don't think about that.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a real thing.
Right.
And then you get older and you're like, oh, shit.
Dude.
I might die. No, I'm not. I might die. I will die. It's just like, is it happening soon? Like, it's crazy. So your life continuously changes and your brain is so powerful. It is really the factor of brain control that allows you to make your perception of, what you get to decide. You get to decide whether you're frustrated or upset or I don't know. Or you could decide, hey man, I got to set this negativity away.
Yeah.
I'm trying my best to do that. It's hard to do, but anyways.
How do you no, it's obviously,
you're like,
I was simmering on it.
No career questions. I'm like,
no.
You're like, this isn't exactly the podcast I signed them up for. Hey man, did you read the script?
There's literally, I jotted down questions because like, I know, like you said earlier, like I know a lot about just that world of how you've been through hardships, you've been through so many things. I don't know everything clearly. But I just figured I'd ask like some real questions on, on the episode just because I was like,
let's go, baby.
there's no point of writing a script for Vinny Fasline.
You already know it. You've written some of this script yourself, baby. A couple years now.
Back to so on set, you're an actor, so you know these things, these terms. Like the podcast is called Still Rolling because, you know, you fluff a line or whatever, or somebody sneezes in between a take and, dude, okay, still rolling. Like, you know, back to one, right? And back to one is like, for, you know, the viewers who don't know, back to one is like, you just go the very beginning of the scene. Just go back to one. So like when you were a kid, what version of you still exists from like all the growth that you've come through in your life? Does that kid still exist inside of you?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. Fart jokes all day, baby. Of course, man, the kid is still there. You never see these memes on TikTok or whatever, it's like that kid's inside you, treat him well. I've told this as like a thing to help people where I'm like, man, you know, when like you start treating yourself like I'm an idiot or whatever, you start like coming down to yourself. You gotta remember, like, would you treat like if that was a 14-year-old kid or, you know, you as a child, like, would you treat that kid like that? You're an idiot. You wouldn't do that. So you have to treat yourself the same way because he's still there.
Yeah.
And I had a situation about last year. I was going through health problems. I had this MRI and, you know, trying to be good to this kid in me where I'm like, hey man, everything's gonna be okay, bud. Like, look where you are now, you know, kind of thing. And then one day I had this MRI and I've had a million and I never got claustrophobic doing them. And I got into this thing, MRI, and I got claustrophobic. And I was like, what the heck? I freaked out. I had him pull me out and I said, I'm sorry. I've done a million of these, but I'm freaking out. And they're like, it happens. There's people that work in crawl spaces, and at one point in their life, something triggers in their brain. They get claustrophobic. They never go back in these things.
Wow.
They're like, we could try again, or we'd have to put you under anesthesia. And I go, I'm not doing anesthesia for an MRI. So they go, we'll put you in a different one. I'll try like a bigger machine or something.
Yeah.
So anyways, they put me in and I'm getting, you know, I'm panicking. And I envisioned a 14-year-old version of me at the end of the table. I saw this kid and it was me at my feet, and he was looking at me. He's like, dude, I did it. So you can too, you know? And it was interesting because I hear all these times I'm trying to be better, my inner little kid, trying to tell him, hey, everything's gonna be okay, buddy. And now he was telling me it's gonna be okay.
Wow.
Which is like a stronger version of me when I was young.
Yeah.
You know? So anyways, then I got out of that thing and I beat the shit out of that little kid. I gave him a nugget. I said, you shut your mouth, man. I could do this myself.
Was there a little, leave him alone, Vinny.
I don't need your help.
You do. So that's cool. You literally just segued into the next part where
isn't it funny when somebody derails you off your shit?
Yeah.
I'm going to derail you. See how hard podcasts can be?
I love it.
They're tough because you have a game plan and then somebody derails you off your shit.
I love
Oscar produces our podcast, right?
I love it.
So, and I host it, which is fun. And then I get derailed by these people. We have a co-host, a guest, and they bring a guest, and I get derailed. Yeah. And it is so hard to get them on track. Now you got just one, baby, and I'm the derailing king.
The best part is I think we both have ADHD, so we're just like both in different worlds while we're doing this. Dude. And probably thinking something else is happening, but really it's just ADHD kicking in.
It is.
And it's like, you know what? Maybe I will do the blue one.
We do.
It's like, what are you thinking about right now?
It is funny.
Here's the thing. Like you had that moment with the MRI where you saw the 14-year-old version of you and said like, you know, you can do it because I did it. Is there a version of you that you had to let go to become the person that you are now?
Oh yeah. That would be a bitter, bitterness. I wouldn't say there was just things about me I had to let go.
Yeah.
And we all have them. And if people tell you they don't have them, they're full of shit, you know? nobody's perfect. So I know that I'm man enough to admit that I had things wrong with me, and I still do. It's like you just keep working on them, you get a sense of, you get too sad or too angry or too bitter or too fearful or whatever. You just have to overcome all of these negative things, and they're not necessarily negative, because when you go through them and you deal with them, you get to learn from them, Is it working?
I'm keeping all this in, by the way.
Is it working?
It's working. I just want to make sure this is good, and I just want to make sure that it's like actually on.
That'd be hilarious if it wasn't.
Yeah, the whole time it's just like a black screen, and it's just like.
What if all of it was on, but your camera wasn't?
That'd be perfect, because then we'll just do audio on me, and then just.
It would have to be this shot right here.
Yeah. I'll just put a photo and post of just me smiling, and then every time I talk.
Can you pick a worse angle of me, dude?
That's the wide.
That is the wide?
Yes.
Oh, God.
This is your camera.
I keep looking up here going, I don't want to look at myself.
That's just the wide.
Shut it off.
I can. You want me to?
No, it's okay.
I had all three, but this thing happens where people just keep looking at themselves while the show is rolling. So
really?
Yes, every time. Whenever that monitor's on, people are like, yeah, and then, I was 7 and I went in the back room.
Look at my posture, dude. This is the posture you need.
My uncle did this thing.
Right here. But how does anybody sit like this?
Bro, say however you want.
This is the posture you're supposed to have.
All right.
Who sits like this? Am I a robot? I'm sorry.
I do.
Go ahead.
Falls apart on you like that one time when we were filming. the chair broke.
Oh,
I remember,
shit. The lights fell.
And then Lamorne Morris was like, how you gonna give me the broken chair? And you were like, here, I'll switch you. And you like took Lamorne's chair. It was a live show too.
That's right.
At the Laugh Factory. And then you, after the show, you were like, well, we got a broken chair, so we got to get a new chair.
I do remember this.
That's so funny.
Sorry, I derailed you. Go ahead, go back.
The derailing is normal because, the show is called Still Rolling, right? We're still rolling.
We're still rolling.
Still rolling.
Cut.
No, can you cut? So,
Cut.
bombing.
Said hut.
Right?
Sorry.
Bombing.
Very
Very familiar with this term.
Very familiar with this term.
What does bombing mean in stand-up comedy?
I like how you got to clarify in stand-up comedy. Can't be throwing around the word bombing these days. It means eating fat turds, dude. You straight go on stage and you stare at people like this. Nobody likes it, dude. It's the worst feeling in the world. Standing on stage and watching people go, you are not funny. And then you can't just it is just embarrassing yourself to the max, and you can't just get off. You have to keep going and keep bombing. You can't just get off.
So let's say you're 2 minutes into your set, you're not feeling it, the crowd's weird. 5 minutes into your set, they're still weird. You just got to keep going.
Keep going until you're done. You do your job. And then you have to come back and do it again. Then you might have a good set. And you're like, I got this. And then you'll bomb again. You go through so much bombing in the first few years. And then when you get to a point, eventually, maybe 5-7 years in, you could avoid the bombing. I could avoid bombing now. I know how not to bomb because I've been doing it for so long. And also, there's circumstances of environment that will allude to bombing that I just go, I'm not going to do that weird show in your garage. I know I'm not going to do your outdoor show. It's like when you're setting me up for failure, I'm going to bomb.
Yeah.
You're setting me up for failure. Why? That's why.
Go ahead.
If there's just environment, are they sat well? Is it dark on them? Is there a stage? Is there lighting? Is the sound good? Do they know they're there for comedy? Are they, have they been having some drinks? There's just so many factors that it's this is what they're there for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't see just a comic set up a microphone at a freaking grocery store and people are gonna be like, I'm here to buy zucchini. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's yeah, it's got to be conducive to, comedy. So, but bombing just takes a while. You have to understand your voice. You have to understand timing. You have to understand writing. delivery, cadence, all the stuff.
What's the toughest bomb you've ever had on stage?
Before you said on stage, I was going to say this podcast.
What's the toughest bomb you've had on stage, and what did it teach you?
I always go back to the first time I opened for Sebastian Maniscalco. It was the first weekend.
Yeah.
And I tried doing this thing where I recorded in like my thoughts in my head. Like I would be like, oh, you think about sex a lot or whatever. I would record these thoughts in my head, and then I'd get on stage and I would play it over the speakers in my act, almost like what Bo Burnham is doing now. And this I was doing like in 2009. So in 2009, I was trying this like incorporate doing stand up with these like bits of audio that was thoughts, and the timing was off with the DJ.
Yeah.
It was so bad, and I was bombing so hard, and I was stuck with it. I had to keep doing it, and I bombed so hard. I say to this day, if I didn't have a full weekend, I might have never came back. Wow. But I had a full weekend with Sebastian. And then Sebastian's like, just drop the thing and do your act. He's like, just do your act, you know? So I just stopped doing that thing, and I just did my jokes, and I was funny enough to do well over the weekend. I had some friends there, and I bombed, and I was just like, stay for the second show. I go, stay for the second show. I'm not doing the thing. I'm going to do much better. Then I just did my jokes, and I did better, if enough, that I was a comic, you know? But that bomb taught me just don't do that. No, there was so much involved there. You have to have control. That was just, I don't know, every bomb teaches you something, really. It's not just one. It's just some bombs feel harder than others.
How does a comedian keep their confidence in a room that doesn't respond?
Well, it depends. If the room isn't conducive, I've been doing it long enough where if I'm doing bits that I know work, I've done a million times, there's something wrong in the room. Energy's off. There's something, and you have to make shifts. I mean, just experience doing it a ton. Just keep doing it, and you just find ways to avoid the bombing and get around it and how to handle it. And you know, you don't. A lot of comedians are like, you know, make a joke and be like, oh, I'm sucking right now or whatever. You could also just, you don't have to address that. You could just keep going through it, and win them back, or pivot. You know, okay, something's off. Let's pivot. And then you end up in crowd work, or you just pivot. You figure it out.
Whenever you go on stage and there's this moment of like uncertainty, I see you like shift, you pivot, which is interesting because you've been in so many rooms. I've seen you in a couple of, you know, different environments, and you're never the aggressor. Like you're always like, I'm going to be your friend. If you're in the audience, some comics are okay with being aggressive. So like, what keeps you in that chill mode when you're on stage, whether it be doing stand-up comedy or, you know, hosting a live podcast with Rick Glassman? Because that was an experience. Cut to the clip.
Tell me what you said.
Okay, this is what he said. This is what he said.
You're welcome.
He will give you $1.
No, but he didn't say that.
Yes, he did.
But he wouldn't have
Or
done
he's going to
that.
yell at
That's
you.
not a reoccurring.
Or he's
butt
going to
pics is a
yell
new
at you.
thing. Thank you very much. Butt pics is a new thing.
Or he's going to yell at you for no reason. He's going to fake fall into the sign.
True mother's instinct. Hey, give her the
Do it
dollar.
again, to do it again.
No, what did you warn me about when he?
I didn't. Okay.
But you can
I said that Rick.
It's okay.
This is a safe
Hold
space.
on. I'm going to do something because
Wait.
I want to say something because this is a skill set I have developed. I used to be very bad at this, and now I excel in it. I know everything you're thinking right now. I know. Excuse me. I know everything you're feeling right now. I know how you're feeling. It's okay if you're gonna say something that might be insulting to me or that you think might be misunderstood, I can't speak for them, but I am not judging you for it. I am genuinely interested in what you had to say, and it's okay.
I feel like I'm moderating a dad.
Will you shut up for a second?
Rick! This is a bad riot date. Come on.
I said, I'm gonna warn you, Rick.
Be real.
Rick is a
Be real. Just be real.
Why can't I do bits, Rick?
I don't know. I've been asking that for 10 years.
Hey, Vinny. I'm gonna take here. You know what? I'm gonna do his bits here. I got.
Vinny, that's pocket
If
lit,
you have
not
a
a
tiny, if you have a tiny Vinny
I'm-
puppet in your pocket,
Only has
I'm
a
gonna
20.
die.
Only has 20s.
I'm gonna give you a 20.
Happy Mother's Day.
What is happening?
No.
That's 'cause-
I'd watch that 20.
No, that's called a panic bit.
No,
and
no,
what
no.
he did was, that's a
And you
panic bit.
deserve it.
No, but I am gonna need that back. I apologize.
But
Man. What was your question? Fudge. No, it was still rolling. Back to 1. Trying to go back.
no, I like. How do you keep that calm composure when you're in that? When you're in the boiler, when you're in that, like you're like, oh, things aren't going right. Like when you're literally talking
Exposure.
about derailing.
I mean, exposure experience.
experience.
You just been doing it long enough.
Yeah.
Just-
What keeps you in it though?
You have to. You're on stage. You're stuck. You're there. Be present.
Yeah.
Be present. I'm not an aggressor. That was what you were talking about earlier. Some people are aggressors, but I also think some people like to blame the audience. It's like, dude, it's your fault. You know, sometimes it's the comic's fault, and they're like, "You guys suck." It's like, no, you're just not doing well. Take blame for yourself. And sometimes I'm not prepared, or I'm a little off, or whatever, and it's my fault. So I need to pivot. But you notice if the room's off, you need to pivot for the room a different way. Sometimes you don't need to pivot. Sometimes you just get through that set because you're going to do another one tomorrow, and every show is different.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it is a crazy experience, man.
You're one of the most resilient people that I know, right?
Oh,
and you
thanks,
walk around literally telling people that you're one of the most anxious people on the planet,
Yeah, it's true.
right?
Yeah.
Like just literally we walked in here and you were like, brother, like today, I'm just not like, and I'm like, really, today of all days? And you were like, yeah, something's going on.
Today I'm anxious, yeah.
Who supports you in those moments? Like when you had a bad set, you have, audition that you thought you got a grant, you booked it, but they went with someone else, or I don't know, you're going through hardship. Like you've recently gone through some really difficult transitions in your life, in your personal life. Who goes, hey Vinny,
It's all good.
it's all good.
First of all, I'd like to give the glory to God.
Amen.
Amen.
100%.
Yeah, no, I believe in God, man. And I think God's timing, bro. Whatever, he'll get you through it. But you get family is supportive, you have friends are supportive, and also just, if you look back at things that you were stressed about last year, last year, you could have had the worst anxiety or something, the saddest day of your life. You probably don't even remember what happened that day. So a lot of the times we tend to worry about things that aren't a big deal, or they don't end up happening in the first place. I worry about stuff that like hasn't happened yet. So I'm trying to get better at not worrying about something that hasn't happened. I'm like, because a lot of times I worry about something that hasn't happened and then the good thing happened. So I did all this worrying for no reason. And you tend to do that. You do that. You worry a lot. So I get that, but
We're going to cut that out.
yeah, no, we're keep rolling. And, so you can't worry about everything. 'Cause, some of the stuff is not a big deal. And most of the time it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
And then stuff that you worry about doesn't happen, but you just keep going, man. Survival, I pray about it and
Yeah.
meditate and therapy and medicate and drugs and alcohol.
Oh my gosh.
No, I'm kidding.
All right, before we go there.
I'm kidding.
It's actually vodka in that water bottle.
Turn it off.
Who believed in you before the industry did?
The industry doesn't believe in me. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, like
my mom.
You're doing
dude.
literally doing
Yeah, no,
shows
I'm
at some of the
doing-
greatest
No, my life
places
is
to
pretty
do
cool.
stand-up
I'm doing
comedy.
pretty well.
Like the Laugh Factory. You know, you're truly
My mom,
Yeah.
my parents, family, very supportive family, friends. I've been very fortunate. A lot of people always believed in me.
Yeah,
People still do.
yeah.
So I haven't had a lot of haters, like where people are like, maybe you should do something else. Most times people are like, keep going, keep
Vinny,
going, keep
I gotta
going.
tell you something.
Yeah, do something else. Do something else. Yeah, I have had a very good support system, honestly.
Yeah,
I like good people pushing me to believe in me, and you know, and also with stand up, you get immediate gratification.
Mhm.
So that, you know, as an actor, as a writer, as a producer, you don't get that, you know, as a writer, producer, director, you don't, even an actor, like you don't even know until you cut. Was that funny? I don't know. Nobody laughed because they're not even laughing, you know?
Right.
So it's like,
yeah.
but I'm just saying with you have to hope the movie comes out and it gets good critics and people see it and whatever. But with stand up right there,
yeah,
they will tell you whether they like you or not.
yeah.
And you immediately get those laughs. So you get the immediate gratification.
Has comedy helped you become more honest with people?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Like honestly, dude, this podcast. No, I was kidding.
We're done.
No, I mean, yeah.
This
of
interview's
course.
over. Vinny Fasline was one of the kindest people on the planet.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah,
It's just fun.
has it helped you connect more honestly with people?
Of course, getting older helps you be more honest.
Yeah.
We're very similar in some ways where you don't want to hurt people's feelings. Or you grow up with different upbringings of how you're raised or what you've gone through. Then you become a little passive or timid. So you put up with more.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a very healthy place to be in honesty. Honesty is so important, not only in comedy, but in real life, especially in comedy.
Wow.
But in real life, dude, because you could be respectful and be honest.
So be respectful and be honest right now.
Honestly, I'm a little bloated. I'm super anxious. Honestly, you're killing it, bud.
Thank you. You've been doing stand-up comedy for 16 years plus. Pro plus.
Mm-hmm.
Like the iPhone. You have
I want to hate that joke, but it was good. It was really, I enjoyed it.
It's dumb. You have just like a transformation that happens when you get on stage and you get in front of people. It's like, to me, honestly, it's bizarre. It's crazy because like we're having a conversation right now. Like it's a little bit different because we have cameras pointed at us, and it's going to be aired all over. But like in just passing and like having conversations and in the little side aisle over at the Laugh Factory before you go up on stage or whatnot, you're just like the most chillest. Like you seem like the most chillest person until anxiety kicks in, and then you just like, or you're like, all right, like everything's okay, you good? All right. When you get on stage, it feels like all of that goes away.
It is weird, man.
It's so cool to see the transformation of like Vinny just loving that. Like it's like
You gotta love it.
It's like
Thanks, man.
it's like watching like literally somebody just who is in absolute like joy. Like you're in
Thanks.
just bliss.
I love it. It's where I'm happiest.
What happens up there when you go up there?
Dude, I don't know. I turn into freaking Sasha, like Beyonce. No, seriously, something. What's her like alter ego? No, honestly, I've just been I love it so much. It's where I feel my most comfortable. I'm more comfortable on stage than anywhere. It's weird, and I've been doing it for so long that I'm so used to it. But it's just a thing. Like your brain gets rewired, and no matter how stressed or how tired or whatever, the adrenaline's a drug, brother. That adrenaline kicks in.
Oh, wow.
And then tap into adrenaline, add experience, add comfortability, confidence, with time, and and add the main ingredient of like love and passion, for it.
Yeah.
Like and sprinkle in the fun, brother. That shit sprinkles on top. That's actually one of the main ingredients.
Sprinkles?
Yeah, the fun is the sprinkles,
okay.
but I'd say fun is like the protein powder or whatever. But
Cool.
So anyways, I don't know why I just made a smoothie on your podcast, but I'd say that is why you just turn it on, dude. It's crazy. Sometimes it's like I don't even know I'm there anymore. I just like my body goes into like I just remember everything, and I don't know. It's so weird, man. You just turn it on. Just turn it on, turn it off. I think it's unhealthy if you can't turn it off.
Yeah. Do you
Gotta be able to shut down.
Do you have a name for it? The
When I go on stage?
Yeah.
Hell no, that shit is me, brother.
That's you?
Vinny Fasline.
Vinny. And what do you say? FAS.
LINE. Just Venmo me.
You're trying to make a car payment.
I brought it down. I brought it down to $123.41.
Okay.
I actually might make it $33 and something, 21 cents.
Has anyone Venmo'd you yet?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a great bit. Like literally
fun.
being in Irvine and then you coming up with that on the
Isn't
way
that crazy?
there. And then
doing it on my special.
put it in, and then you did your special. Dude,
Isn't that crazy?
that's crazy. So
That's crazy.
that's a great transition because like we literally just shot your special, what, a month ago? 3 weeks ago?
No, it's been longer. It's been a
little bit
month
longer?
plus. Yep.
So you shot your special and like I imagine for stand-up comedians, that's like a dream come true.
Oh yeah.
Like shooting a special at like maximum level with all these people in the audience, just like, let's go. Tell me what that was like. Cause like, I actually haven't had a chance to debrief with you about like what was going through your just existence. Cause Adam Sandler came through, Ted Sarandos came through. For those of you who don't know who Adam Sandler or Ted Sarandos are, Adam Sandler is a really funny man who I've been watching since I was a wee little boy. And he does all these voices and he's a hilarious dude. Does stand up, does movies.
They know who that guy is.
Yeah. And Ted Sarandos, he is the CEO of Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Binder directed your special.
Mm-hmm.
He flew from New York
Mm-hmm.
to be there with you.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Wild.
Mm-hmm.
Like walk us through it. What was happening?
Best day of my life. Best day of my life. Not even a question. I've worked my whole life at something, and it was a high pressure moment. A lot of people were there, celebrities, comedians, actors, industry, producers, directors. I mean, friends, family. Highest pressure moment in my entire life because it's a make or break. I've been working up this my whole thing, and biggest like. Nobody will. It's very rare that anybody will ever get to experience what I did. Seeing a standing ovation from all these people that I grew up watching and I idolized, and people that I love, and fans and random strangers that don't know me. It was the best day of my life, dude. And I prepared. It was, what's the phrase? Preparation meets opportunity, whatever. That's really what it was. It was, so I was ready. I practiced. I worked really hard at it. I knew that I had it. Like I was just ready, and I didn't allow the pressure to affect me because I've done it before. And I've had those moments of bombing or things don't go the way you think you're going to do.
Yeah.
I shot a TV taping a couple of years ago that I needed everything to be perfect. It's my first stand-up TV taping. and things went awry. And I was like, God, this is like my moment, you know, but that experience taught me how to handle 6 cameras, a big director, massive industry people, my idols, actors, producers, writers. I mean, Sandler, like, you know, give a kiss to my mom on the cheek, telling him he loved her and me. And like that moment was I was crying for like a week after, seriously. And it was tears of gratefulness. It was the first time that I really understood what tears of gratefulness was. I was crying for like a week. I was so emotional.
Wow.
Really emotional, man. Because I did it. And I was so proud of myself. It was that Rudy moment. Because if I were to die tomorrow, like I did it. You can't take anything back from me. Like I made it. And that was a win. So I want it to be not the end of my career, but the beginning. And I believe it will be. But that moment was the best moment of my life, dude. Like I worked really hard for it and I was ready. I actually did remember and you're going to be the first one to hear these stories on a podcast too. But even when Sandler was there, I said, he was going to go out to sit in the booth. And I was like, don't go out there, man. I was like, I don't want people turning around looking at you the whole time I'm up there, you know? And he's like, yeah, you right. Yeah. And I was like, plus I don't want them to bother you, you know? I know it's like, I don't want people to bug you, you know? It's like, and he appreciated that because he knew he's going to get swarmed if he did. So I said, stay in here with me in the green room. And when the show starts, like when the music kicks on or whatever, and then you can go out there. So it was just me and him. After there was like 30 people in that green room.
Yeah.
The producers, cameramen, you know, like directors, industry people, friends, family, all flooded. And the owners of the club were like, originally, they were like, we don't want anybody in this green room. He needs to be like in the right headspace. But I was feeding off all this energy. I was making these guys laugh before I got on stage. And I was like, if I could do it in here, I'm good over there.
Wow.
And, you know, like that energy like took me into my special that I know will turn out great. I put a lot into that special. I did stuff a little bit different. And it was really important for me. So anyway, Sandler's back there. He's taking a sip of his drink, and we talked all before, but this was the only time that we were truly alone, you know? And he was like, you know, talk for a second. And then he said, he just looked at me. He's like, go get him. And I looked at him and I was just like, oh, I will. Like I knew I was good.
Wow.
I got it. I'm good.
Yeah.
You know, music plays. He goes out there. I go, thank you, God. I got this.
Wow.
I got this. And I went out there like, go.
In post, we're just going to make you into super. Oh man.
Anyways, so it was a best day of my life. I'm excited to edit this thing up and get it out there. I think it just shows a lot of me. It's all me. It's fun, silly, it's deep, it's heavy.
Yeah.
It's called Vulnerable because I was vulnerable.
Yeah. Vulnerable. Dude, the little logo
With the monkey
with
in
the
it.
monkey. So cute.
Thanks,
so
man.
cool. My girlfriend liked it. She was like, he's so funny. She never met you before. And she was just like, he's so funny. I'm like,
Thanks,
I
man.
told you. This man right here.
Thanks, man. Thanks, man.
What's one habit that keeps your mindset strong?
Prayer.
Ooh. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you seem to have like a strong connection with like your spirituality.
Mm-hmm.
How important is that in what you do and
It's
just
everything.
who you are?
Everything. Mm-hmm. That and God, I don't know. There's so many things. But what was the question again? I seriously forgot.
straight up gonna have to cut
It's fun to watch it up there.
Just got like all this bubbly on me. Your spirituality seems to be like really important. Like, why is that? Why, like, where did that come from?
Where did what come from?
Your spirituality. And like, you keep referencing like
survival, man.
Just God. And
yeah, man, he's got me through it all. Everyone's got their different belief system, and that's okay. I don't knock anybody for having anything else, but it's the answer for me.
There it is. Rapid fire. At the end of the show. I'm actually kind of sad because, like, bro, you're a legend.
You're sweet.
For me to be able to have you on this podcast, it means a lot to me. It really
man,
does.
I love you, bud. You're my friend.
It really does. Because you're so busy, dude. You are doing a zillion things and just touring and just writing and producing, and you're on this lot and you're on that studio and that set and helping this person out, and there's so many things that you do. And so I'm like, man, I can now look back and be like, man, this is awesome. We were able to have Vinny on the show. Just so thank you.
Thanks, dude. Anything for you, man. You're my friend. You're my buddy. You produce my podcast. You're a legend, bro. You're doing your own podcast. You work hard too, man. I want you to win, you know?
Same.
You work hard.
Same.
I like to see people win.
You the best. Rapid fire questions. Fun questions. Try to keep it
Short.
1
Got it.
to 3 words. First comedian who made you laugh as a kid.
Well, there's a funny story about that is basically when I was...
I knew you were going to do that. It was too easy. It was low hanging fruit, and I was like, he bit.
Sorry. All right.
The camera, by the way.
I know. You got to leave that part in when I'm punching.
Yeah.
It. Still rolling. What's the question?
First comedian who made you laugh as a kid.
I don't know. I was actors like Jim Carrey and Sandler and Ron Williams and Eddie Murphy and Will Smith in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Dream comedian to tour with.
I've toured with a bunch of them now, but it would probably be Sandler would probably be my dream comedian.
Favorite comedy club in the world so far?
Oh, I have no idea. Don't know.
A joke premise you wish you wrote, or a joke you wish you wrote?
I don't know. I'm sure there's a million. The only one that comes to mind is, how's this a 3-word answer?
It's supposed to be the thing that comes to the top of your head.
Harlan Williams has a bit that's really funny where he talks about the Waymos, and he goes, they're really nice cars and they're driverless cars, but they're Jaguars. He's like, can you imagine driving around your crappy, Toyota Prius or whatever, and you just see that Jaguar drive by and you go, oh, great. Even nobody has a better car than me.
That is a good one.
Yeah. I just butchered it, but good.
City you love performing in the most?
City I love. Oh, God.
First thing that pops into mind.
City I love. I don't know. Maybe here because I love it. Because I'm here. I don't know.
Coffee order.
Right now, oat milk lattes.
And one word that describes the next chapter of your life.
I'm going to say freedom. I don't know why that's coming to mind, but
that's good.
Success or freedom. I don't know. Freedom.
That's good. To close out the episode, that's a wrap. In this segment, normally people watch the show because they're like curious about, the world of entertainment or the world of like what it is that, a stand-up comic or somebody who's just resilient and figures it out does, like what they do. So like if you could tell someone right now listening to feels like their life got interrupted unexpectedly recently, what would you tell them?
In the industry or
just in life?
You just keep going. Like you never quit. You just resilience. You just never give up. Just keep going.
Yeah.
One bad day happens the next day, day to day. Some days, I mean, I just came off a crazy arena theater, private jet tour. And then I come back to reality. And I'm like, oh, that was nice. And now I'm back to reality, which is not that. And you get these highs and lows. And today's not really a bad day, but I feel weird. But today I'll shake it off and tomorrow will be okay. And then you go through some really serious stuff and it kind of lingers. It never goes away, but you push through and come out of that. There is a light at the end of the tunnel.
Man, Vinny Fasline. Vinny Fasline, dude.
I didn't really like the podcast. Can you just delete this episode, man? This would be like the best if you could just not air this or just don't use it.
Yeah, for sure. Dude, thank you so much for being on the show. Vinny
I didn't get to do fart noises. I'm a grown man that does fart noises. Sorry about that. Anyways.
What's your favorite? Oh, wow. It's on camera. Touch tips. Vinny. Seriously, thank you.
Love you, man. I'm proud of you.
Sharing your story.
You work really hard. You deserve it. You're a great guy. I appreciate everything you've done for me as a friend and for me and Tony in the podcast world. I value you and I love you, man.
Vinny Fasline. That's a wrap.
It's a wrap.